last week we spent some time in the Tetons, and then we went and visited a friend that lives nearby, and he actually recommended this really remote place in Wyoming that's super pretty. The catch is, it's down a 20-mile dirt road, which means it's going to take us forever to get down this road, and it almost certainly won't have service. We've decided to build our first fire of this trip. So we have to go in search of some firewood. So down and dead is what we're looking for.
Now I see why people have electric chainsaws on the back of their vans. Sure would be handy right about now.
You might be thinking, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, and you would be absolutely right. Now that we have a few chunks of wood, it's time to split it. We finished splitting the wood and the mosquitoes were awful, so we retreated back to the van. And now it's smoothie time. Ben hates this machine, and he almost forbid me to like bring it with us in the van because it's so loud. And when we were in the house, he would always complain every time I made a smoothie. He'd like close his ears and just be, ah, you're not bringing that in the van. But guess what? It's here and in the van.
It's supposed to be outside when she uses it, but it never is.
I will agree with them that it is pretty loud, but what that machine makes is absolutely delicious. Green mustache and all. He even drinks them, even though he complains.
This isn't something that I've ever done before, but I'm pretty sure one time on Survivor Man or one of those shows that's similar to that, I saw them use dung for a fire starter, and the area we're in is actually like a free range, or actually it's an open range cattle area, so there is plenty of that around. Although I'm pretty sure they used elephant dung. Maybe cattle dung will work for a fire starter. I don't know, we're gonna see, put it to the test. We've got our handy shovel that we dig our holes to poop in, so what better shovel to carry poop with, right? Let's go find some cow dung. Now here's a couple good biscuits. Oh yeah. Man, this is going to make our steaks taste so good. Just kidding, we're not cooking anything. Since Jelaine won't let me cook cow patty steaks, I guess we'll have to resort to this.
Tonight's menu is glass noodle salad, which is kind of our go-to in the van. It's pretty quick, simple, easy, not a lot of stuff to it. We've got, we kind of fry up the tofu and boil some noodles and throw some cabbage and carrots and make up a sauce, and voila, dinner's served. A little longer.
If you're like us and you think soy sauce is just too salty, I would highly recommend coconut aminos for a substitute. It's a little bit sweet, but it is definitely a lot better, and we much prefer it over soy sauce. Don't let anyone on the internet fool you. This is van life. Shower full of stuff, shoes in the floor, mess all over the counter. Oh, look, 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 we have some ingredients on the bed, backpacks on the bed, and pup in the floor. Seriously, if it ever looks neat in our van, we literally just take everything and throw it in the front.
That's not always true. Sometimes we do put this stuff away because I'm type A 100%, and everything has a place. And it, more importantly, has a place in the van, so.
And sometimes that place is in the front.
Leftovers for a snack on tomorrow's hike. Van life.
Who's ready to see if these cow patties will light off? Because I know I am. Honestly, more excited about this for whatever reason.
And where did you see this?
On Survivor, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, so far it's not working.
You want this recording? Just turning it black.
I don't really want to break it up with my hands either.
Ew, that's gross.
Smells like burnt turds.
Gross.
I'm just kidding. Well, this isn't working, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with what I've got.
You want any paper?
Nah, I got it from here. That is a bummer. Maybe they're not dry enough. Well, the cow patties didn't work like I had hoped, but we do have a fire now. So that's cool. I don't know, maybe they were maybe they were too fresh. I don't know. They seemed pretty dry though.
Since this is our first fire we've built, we didn't know Gabby was afraid of them. All the popping is what scares her, so we just went ahead and put her in the van. I feel really bad. I mean, she's 12, so the older she gets, the littler like sounds and stuff just kind of scare her. So unfortunately, she's not going to be joining us this evening.
Well, we need more wood. Who would have thought 2 pieces wouldn't have lasted, right? So we are headed back into the woods, and it may just be too dark in there for you all, so see you back at the fire. We were both just saying how nice it is just to hang out and relax outside of the van. Usually when we're outside of the van, we're just like hiking and going and going and going. So it has been super nice just to sit back and relax and chill for a little bit. And we're actually in an area that it's not so dry that you can't have a fire, which has been the case most of the time we've been out west. So Just trying to sit back and enjoy this a little bit and take it all in. Good morning, everyone. Today we're just hanging out, enjoying the wildlife and riding the one wheel around just a bit. We're hoping to go hike this trail later and maybe even see the sunset, but currently it's looking kind of cloudy. So hopefully that clears out later on and we're able to do that because there's this beautiful lake with a super unique view that we're just dying to see. Jelaine's out here getting her wildlife on if Gabby doesn't scare it away. We tried to film that little guy yesterday. We set the GoPro up right next to the entrance of his hole, and of course he kept going out the other entrance and exit, so I don't know if the GoPro puts off some type of frequency that it can hear that we can't, but it knew we were up to something. I've had the doors open like 30 minutes. I don't know if you can see all the pollen on my hand. So much dust and pollen's in the van and my allergies are going bonkers. You can just see it like on all the screens, like cell phones or whatever that are laying down. There's just like a solid layer of pollen and dust on them. I guess it doesn't really help that we're parked like 100 feet from the road, but when we came in, camping was super limited, so we have what we have and it's worked out just fine for us, other than the dust, of course.
After all that one wheel action and shooting the little, I don't know, prairie dog, marmot, I'm not really sure what they are, time to whip up some lunch. We're having a tofu scramble. Granted, I realized I didn't screenshot the recipe, so I guess we're on our own because we have no service out here.
I think it's really good.
Yep.
I don't know how you could go wrong with these ingredients, though.
True. You can do it. I usually wear my Camelback, which is like a dark blue, but today we are going on a longer hike. It's a little over 7 miles, so I decided to bring the pup pack just in case Gabby needs to ride. Usually Gabby's going pretty fast and usually at the end of her leash all the way in front, but for some reason she's kind of being a little bit, I guess, lazy or something's not right. So we've actually turned around. We went about 1.5 miles and decided to turn around because something's just off with her and it's not worth it. So we're hiking back out, and if I have to, I'll end up putting her in a pack, but I just kind of want to see what she's doing. And she's eating, she's drinking, she definitely eats her treats still, so all good signs, but just something's off. So we're gonna take it slow and head back to the van. Why can't you see me on my knees for you, baby? She was actually worrying me a little bit earlier today. She just kind of stayed and slept on the floor versus her always wanting to be up in the bed. She even asks for it. She'll look at you and just with those puppy dog eyes and say, I want up in the bed. But she just stayed on the floor all day today. So I don't know if it was cooler down there, if she's having something with her body temperature. I don't really know. It's kind of disturbing, I guess. Upsetting. I don't know. All the different feelings. I don't like it. Is all I need. We're back in the van. We're back in the van. We all made it. Gabby's laying down. That's not unusual. Now we're heading back to our campsite. We thought there might be a sunset and we could kind of just hang out by the lake, but it's pretty cloudy outside and I don't think there's gonna be any kind of sunset. We're back at our campsite and as soon as we pulled up, it started to rain. So maybe that was Gabby's way of telling us that, hey, we need to turn back around because we definitely would have been caught out in this rainstorm if we were still on the trail.
Gabby seems to be feeling a bit better. The storm has passed and the sun's back out, so I think we're just gonna hang around and try and make a campfire. Thanks for joining us on this week's video and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.